I'm Rebecca with Tutor Doctor of San Jose, and I want to introduce you to our awesome tutor Al, who we've nominated for Tutor Doctor Tutor of the Year. So say hi, Al.
Hi, Al.
Yeah. Al's been tutoring with us for over 2 years, and here's why we think he's the best tutor ever. First of all, he has a master's in psychology and he's been tutoring for over 10 years. Al can work with all ages of students, from elementary all the way through adult. In terms of subjects, Al can tutor all elementary subjects, all middle school subjects, as well as high school math, Spanish, language arts, and psychology. He's trained with Linda Mood Bell for dyslexia, and he's worked with dyslexic kids, ADD kids, special needs kids, and all other learning differences kids. He also works just as well with enrichment students and high achievers as he does with the special needs students. Al is SAT Prep trained by Study Point, and he also is one of the co-authors of the Tutor Doctor SAT Prep program, and he helps other franchisees train their tutors in SAT Prep. On the admin side, Al has helped me with tutor screening, and he also signs off all of my session reports. He was driving an hour to an hour and a half each way for the first 6 months just to tutor some of the students. Al has tutored over 30 students in the past 2 years. He's currently tutoring 16 students, and in 1 week he tutored over 55 hours. I get just exhausted thinking about it. So now we're going to take a look at a morning in the life of Al. So let's get started.
Come on in.
Thank you. All of Al's students wanted to participate, either in the video or with testimonials. But we couldn't include them all. So this is just a sample of some of the students he works with.
So how did you find out about Al and about Tutor Doctor?
I was originally going to AJ Tutoring, and I was going through them the whole summer, and it just was not working. My scores were not improving. I just felt completely stupid because I was putting all this work into it and I wasn't getting anything out of it. And I was talking to my friend Blakely about it, and she was like, that's so weird. I mean, my tutor Al from the Tutor Doctor has been helping me a lot. Her scores improved so much. They went from a 1700 to a 1900 on a practice test, and I was like, okay, I need to find this guy. Just from the first session, I felt better.
So Brian, how do you think Al has helped you with tutoring?
When I first went into Spanish my sophomore year, I had to quit after the first semester. I was seriously failing that class. But then when I decided that I needed to go back, because we require 2 years of Spanish, I knew that I wasn't going to get through the class without help, and so we went and we found out. My current grade in Spanish right now is a B, whereas when I was, my sophomore year, when I was seriously having problems, at the end of the semester I think I had a D to D minus. So there's no question that Al has helped me tremendously.
So now we're going to hear from Brian's mum, how she thinks Al has helped her with tutoring.
We felt like we hit the jackpot in the first place when we were able to actually find somebody who could work with Brian with both geometry and Spanish, which is kind of a tough combination, but his breadth of knowledge is awesome. And it really shows when he works with him, because he can really take things and turn them into real life situations, so that it really makes a lot of sense for Brian. He's just like the perfect tutor for Brian. He's got a really easygoing nature, which makes him really, really easy to work with, and yet he's also kind of got that strength of character to sort of keep things on track, because Brian would like to get distracted sometimes, but Al is immensely patient with it. We're amazingly grateful to Al, because Brian is doing so much better. He really is feeling good about being able to pass his classes, and it makes all the difference in the world.
My experience with other tutors has been, oh, you don't have anything to do in this class? Well, I guess we'll just sit here and do nothing then. But Al's not like that. He openly tries to help me on topics that he's not assigned to help me with. And even when I do have other homework, he always checks in and says, how are things going in your other classes? Is there anything you're worried about? Is there anything that I might be able to help you with? And I think that's a mark of a really, really good tutor.
Here's a testimonial from one of the parents that I'll read. I'm thrilled with the results we received from our tutoring experience. Ryan took the SAT once, but he wasn't content with his grade, so we supported the decision to include a tutor in his preparations for taking the test a second time. What a great decision we made. He improved his score by over 200 points. We're now receiving college acceptances and numerous scholarships. I believe that improving his score put us in the category of interest for the colleges of his choice. As you saw, Al's SAT students love him, and he's really helped them achieve the scores that they need. In fact, some of the kids that he's tutored have gone up 350 points and earned scholarships into some of the most prestigious universities. This is just one of so many SAT prep testimonials that we get. Yes, my daughter said Al was great. She's really improved, and this experience has also greatly improved her confidence. I'm very thankful Al had the time to help her. Now let's take a look at a few more students of Al's as we continue our morning with Al.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not bad.
We're going to hear from Blakeney's mum, who also doesn't like to be on camera.
Al's best quality is that he not only gets to know his student intellectually, but also learns what works best with their personality. Doing SAT homework during the summer is not fun, but Al got my daughter motivated to get it done and to believe that she could really make a difference in her score, and she did.
So how did Al help you with your SATs?
Al helped me with my tutoring in a couple of different ways. He broke down the test into each different section, so critical writing, reading, and math. And he figured out where my strengths and my weaknesses were. And then we worked on each individual thing and figured out what little tricks I could learn to help me get certain types of questions right, keep my stamina up during the test, and overall he created a really personal plan to help me, and I think that's what helped the most, is that it was individualized for me.
Now, how did your scores go in your practice tests while you were taking the SAT tutoring?
They went up almost 200 points.
Jimmy's mom, like me, does not like to be on camera.
After a failed attempt at group tutoring through Sylvan Learning Center, we decided to hire a private tutor. We found the tutor doctor online, and it was the best decision we have ever made. Rebecca contacted me and made me feel comfortable immediately. She came over to the house to interview us to find a perfect fit. She works really hard to pair her students with the perfect match. Al is the perfect fit for our son. He recognizes that our son has ADHD and adjusts his approach when he sees Jimmy is extra fidgety. He's able to look at the way Jimmy does his work and exactly how to adjust to Jimmy's weaknesses. He's built up Jimmy's confidence because he's given Jimmy the skills he needs to improve. Jimmy's grades have come up and he has become more organized. Al has become a member of our family now, and Jimmy works really hard because he wants Al to be just as proud of him as we are.
And he adapts his teaching style and his strategies depending on the student that he's working with. Parents rave about Al's ability to motivate students with special needs and how he really cares and makes a difference in their lives. One of his former students that has learning differences and ADD asked us to actually read a quote from her as if she didn't really want to be on camera, which is not good why. I want to let you know that Alan has been great. He's very patient and understanding to Marcus's needs. I'll be honest, Marcus had a fit and cried when he found out about the new tutor. After he met Al, he seemed content, and I can almost bet he's starting to enjoy the tutoring sessions. Thank you and Alan for making such a difference. Al truly loves motivating and helping kids learn and teaching them how to be inquisitive, lifelong learners. It's his passion and it's his gift. But Al also goes the extra mile to help promote Tutor Doctor. He's helped with lots of events and has worked in Tutor Doctor booths at local festivals. Is that Al in the Big Apple costume? I'll never tell. He always helps promote Tutor Doctor with everyone he meets and even gave us a referral to the California Attorney General who needed a Spanish tutor. Al's poured over hundreds of tutor resumes for me, calling, screening, and setting up interviews with only the best tutors. He reads and signs off every session report that comes into my franchise and corrects the spelling and grammar with great accuracy, even at 1 a.m. When we were short on tutors, Al even went to one of the local universities, to the Career Center, and to all of the different faculty buildings to put up flyers and tearaways for tutors wanted. I can just count on Al for whatever I need, and he always seems to be able to come through for me. But at the end of the day, this award is all about tutoring, and Al really cares about every student he tutors and every student that he comes in contact with. Al's also very, very humble. When I told him I was nominating him for Tutor of the Year, he's like, "But all I do is tutor." He does more than tutoring. He touches the lives of all of the kids that he works with. He even goes to extracurricular activities such as plays, sporting events, all of these extracurricular things that these kids do. He actually becomes involved with, watches them, nurtures them, as well as tutor. He's also a mentor for a lot of these kids. Al even saved a dog from a burning building. He ran in there and grabbed them. Okay, so he didn't save a dog from a burning building, but if he was there, I'll bet he would have. So that's why we think Al should definitely be Tutor of the Year.